Good evening, everybody. Oh, I'm going to sit down. I have been working and working and working. So I'm just over in the tunnel now and been clearing the tunnel and cutting back things and watering things and clearing up things and oh gosh, what have I not been doing? That might be easier. Let me just stand up and show you this. This is my compost. If you have a look at these, I've got a bucket and I've got a big container of it there. So I've basically emptied one of the bins, and this is really what comes out of one bin. It's actually a lot, and as you can see it's really well biodegraded down, and that's good now for digging in around vegetables and putting around trees. Just catch my breath. Now, out in my little garden burner, see, it's like a little dustbin with holes around the edges of it at the bottom to let the air in. I'm burning what I collected in the summer and autumn of last year, which is basically lots of pernicious weeds. So we're talking couch grass or couch grass, nettles, and not the actual nettles themselves, but the roots. Yes, I do have nettles, and I leave most of them, but where they come up where I don't want them, they have to come up and out. What else now? Oh yeah, docks. So I've been digging out dock roots and drying them and then making sure that they're burned as well, because if you put these onto the compost heap, you're just going to have, you know, problems that build up year on year. Whereas I prefer my compost heap to have lots and lots of seeds in it that I want to come up. So flower seeds and vegetable seeds and so on and so forth. So I get a lot of things growing out of my compost, you know, and I spread it around, and that's good, but I don't want pernicious weeds. The other one is ground elder, so I'm having to keep just swallowing, because I went over to the cottage to get a glass of water, and you know, I've come back without one because there was other things I had to bring over. Anyway, what time is it now? It must be about 6 o'clock. So I'm bringing this egg chair over onto the veranda, but not this evening, because the wheelbarrow is filled and I need to use the wheelbarrow to help me move that across. This is the round table that was in the kitchen, you know, because I swapped the tables. The repair on the little nectarine tree seems to be doing okay, because of course it got very, very heavy with fruit last year. So I have been thinning it out quite a lot. I've also been cutting little bits off the peach tree. Now, the vine is looking good, you can see. Got that done. I'm going to cut some more of the bay tree and probably bring it down by another 6 inches all round, thereabouts. So, both doors are now open on the tunnel, and it's been lovely working over here today. I've got a lot of shrubs to bring down by about 1.5 meters just outside the tunnel door. But for the moment I'm just going to leave them, because they act as a buffer against the wind, any wind that comes down from the south, because the camera is pointing south now at the moment. Now, got to dig all these up, because These are the ones that spread easily, and this is Chinese forget-me-not. Now, a couple of things just to say, just to clear up. First and foremost, if you think I get the time to answer comments on YouTube, then you must think I'm Superwoman. I'm most, complimented if you do think I'm some Superwoman. But I may be Superwoman, but there is only so many hours in the day. So I try to keep it as a policy not to answer comments on YouTube. And because the days are longer now and I'm outdoors more working, the chances are I won't be answering an awful lot on any of the other social media platforms either. So if you can just be content with me putting up videos and putting up stuff on Facebook and putting up stuff on Twitter, then that would be good. I'd be quite happy. So sorry about that, folks. There's a gorgeous newish moon up there in the sky. Let me hone in a little bit on that, because that's looking rather lovely, rather gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? And that's the west, so the light's beginning to fade. I think it must be well gone 6 o'clock, it must be about 1:15 now. So I've got straw to spread now tomorrow, that's for mulching. Let me see now, I did read some of the comments on YouTube, so I can answer some of them verbally here now. No, I do not believe in forest burning. I think that's a complete lot of nonsense. That's the arrogance of man speaking once more. Oh, we have to control the forest, so let's do a controlled burn. What utter nonsense. I never heard the likes of it in my life. And this nonsense, this arrogance has got to stop. And then you have people saying, well, you know, it happens in Mother Nature, you get lightning strikes. Well, I've been on the planet now 62 years and I haven't witnessed that. I haven't witnessed a forest or a woodland catching ablaze because of a lightning strike. Oh, gosh. Sometimes, you know, when I actually, I had a look down through everything and I dismissed that comment. I just cancelled it because my patience may be, you know, a lot. I do have a lot of patience, but I don't have patience for that kind of nonsense. When are people going to realise that the problems we have on this beautiful planet are mainly because people feel a sense of arrogance that they know better than Mother Earth? Now this is turning into a rant and I think it's because I'm thirsty. So I've got heartburn now. Oh gosh. And there's that wheelbarrow I've got to bring over and sort out. What's that song? Busy doing nothing, working the whole day through, trying to find lots of things not to do. Oh gosh, there's so much I have to do. Jack, you're wagging your tail. Do you know something? That rice that I put on the cooker must be almost ready. And somewhere in there I've got a wee spinach and potato curry. Jack says, oh come on Mum, let's have fun. Jack, there's a lot to be said for mindless football. A lot to be said for it. Now, Now, on that note, I'm away, and blessings to you all.